Namaste, good morning. Thank you for joining morning practice. As always, please practice according to your conditions. Please respect your limitations. And if you know the variations, of course you may explore them. If not, otherwise, please practice in accordance to your comfort level and your abilities. So on that note, let's begin. Sit tall and straight, close the eyes. Before creation, what existed? God was always there in the midst of it all, and will still be there even beyond the ends of this universe. Merge with that supreme divine consciousness now. Let's begin with the sound of Om 3 times to attract divine attention. Imagine you are everywhere. Fix your mind on God alone. Rest your thoughts in God alone. And in God you will live hereafter. Of this there is no doubt. May all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering and enjoy this practice through our senses. May we have a strong desire for the knowledge that liberates us from pain and suffering. And may we cherish no ill feelings against each other. Only peace, love, joy, and compassion. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Start off with Purifier Pranayama. So imagine you're drawing the best to purify everything from inside and bring it all up towards us. So you're imagining you're bringing up all those benefits, all those purifying effects, all the way up to the spine, to the crown. Then exhale, just allow it to just diffuse throughout the body. Just send it everywhere in the body and send all the impurities out with the breath. So remember, however, the biggest purifier is the adherence to the ethical precepts, the yamas and niyamas. First and foremost, compassion. So practicing and acting, always comporting yourself in a way that doesn't bring about harm to others or pain and suffering to others. So for this technique, it's a count of 4, 12, 8. 4 for the inhale, 12 for the breath retention, 8 for the exhale. Inhale through both sides of the nose, hold the breath, we plug the nose. So we're using the right thumb and a right ring finger to block off the right nostril for the right, with the right thumb, right ring finger for the left nostril. We hold the breath for 12 counts, and during the breath retention, we're contracting the root muscles, pulling up towards the navel. For the root lock, that's for the root lock. For the throat lock, on the inhale, make sure you bring up the chest as high as you can so that when you bring your chin onto your chest, you're not rounding your back, you're not hunching your back, you keep your back straight. So you bring the chin onto your chest, you bring the tongue to the roof of the mouth behind your teeth. And the attention's at the space between the eyebrows. It's for the breath retention. Exhale out through the left side. So we just release the right ring finger, we breathe out through the left. So we'll do a few rounds here. Left hand in Yana Mudra, second finger and thumb connected, other fingers extended on the left knee. Sit up tall and straight now. Breathe out completely empty the lungs. Inhale. 3, 4. Hold the breath, apply the throat and root lock, third eye attention. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale out to the left side. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out gradually. 6, 7. Completely empty by the 8th count. 8. Again, inhale through both sides of the nose. Fill up, lift the chest, and then hold the breath for 12. 5, give your attention at the space between your eyebrows. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale slowly to the left side. 2, 3, release the locks. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, inhale. That's all the way up to the crown. Then hold the breath for 12. 2, 3, 4. Everything stops. The mind fluctuations, the body movements, and the emotions. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale out to the left. 2, 3, 4. Send all impurities out with the breath. 6, 7, 8. Again, inhale. 3, raise the chest. 4, hold the breath, chin on the chest. Contract the root muscles, pull them out towards the navel. 10, 11, 12. Exhale out to the left side slowly. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One last time, inhale. 3, 4, hold the breath for 12. 10, 11, 12. Exhale out to the left side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring the right hand down. Take a moment to notice any changes in the state of the body, mind, emotions. Have no concern as to what you observe. Have no judgment as to what you observe. Now keep your attention, bring your attention now at the space between your eyebrows. Concentrate on that spot. It's co-located with the pituitary gland, which brings about radiant health to the whole glandular system. Chanting the sound Sun, S-U-N, in order to help unleash all the impurities wherever they reside in the body and bring them out into bloodstream, to eventually be expelled from the body. So concentrate on the end part of the sound, which produces the vibrations that will dislodge those, that are powerful enough to dislodge those impurities. Keep your attention again, the space between the eyebrows. Inhale. Sun. Once again, inhale, take a deep breath in. Concentrate in the space between the eyebrows. Sun. Bring your attention to the crown now. The sound is Sum, S-U-M. Concentrate on the M part of the sound that produces the vibrations to help sharpen the mind and clarify the mind. Inhale. Sum. Once again, the attention at the crown. Inhale. Sum. Rest your attention on the crown. So you can feel any of the lingering vibrations vibrations, imagining that those vibrations still linger on even though the sound has disappeared. To continue to promote that sharpness of mind. Through the sharpness of mind, we attain discernment, a clear discernment. And why is discernment important? Important because it helps us to realize the true nature of the self, which is immutable, stainless, pure, and eternal. Try to find that design, pure essence that resides within each and every form. We celebrate them now through the physical practice. Let's begin. Come to standing. Okay, let's charge up the body with energy. Separate the feet about 10 inches. Bring the arms up over the head. From the soles of feet, inhale right up through the body. Imagine the earth's energy is flooding the body all the way up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold the energy at the fingertips. Hold the breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale all the way back down to the soles of feet. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, pull your energy right up through the body. 3, 4, feel it rising right up to the fingertips. 7, 8, then holding at the fingertips. Suspend the breath there. Exhale all the way back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time, keep attracting your energy through your attention and bring it right up to the fingertips. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holding at the fingertips, hold the breath. Exhale all the way back down. Feel fully charged. 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then bring the arms down. Let's continue with some exercise. Continue to promote the release of impurities. Hands on the hips to start. Just circle the head. Just loosen up the neck. Try to move all the joints to keep them in a state of vibrant health. And then circle the head the other way. The more vibrant and healthy the body is, the less the brain has to do to help always to continue to prepare it all the time. It has better things to concentrate its attention on. And release. Inhale, sweep the arms up and down. Exhale. Up, down. Inhale straight up, spread the fingers. Exhale, pull the arms down. Form fits as the hands come down. Non-front body, inhale, same action with the hands. Exhale, retract. Do the exercises powerfully with vibrancy. And do the breathing with vigor. Swing the arms back and forth. Throw the arms behind the ears. And release. Now arms come across the chest on the inhale. Exhale, throw them back. Alternate across each time, the arms coming from the chest. And release. Arms up over the head, inhale. Exhale, toss the body down. Bend the knees a little bit. Sink a little bit. Do the seat. And come down. One more. And just stay hanging down for a moment while the body stops shaking and bouncing. And then roll your way back up. Next one, we're coming into squat. So if you can't go down all the way, just come down to the level that you can. Be mindful of your knees. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, down. goes out to the side and twist from side to side. The exhale happens as you twist from side to side. The inhale happens when you come back to the center. And back to the center. Next one, again, squats. So this one has 4 movements. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, down. Inhale, straight up. Exhale, down again. Continue. Arms out in front of the body, the wrists the height of the shoulders. Inhale, circle around to the front. Exhale, pull in and punch right back out. Feel as though the arms were spring loaded. Now drop the arms by the sides of the body. Same movement, but circle in a quarter. Inhale from bottom, starting circle all the way into the front again. Pull in. And then drop the arms back down on the exhale. And release. Open up the feet a little bit more. The toes be on the edges of the mat. Left arm up on the inhale. Exhale, bend to the right. Right arm up, inhale. Exhale, bend to the left. Next one, the same movement, side to side movement, but the breathing's a little bit different. Left arm up, inhale, it carries you all the way to the right. Hold the breath, go a little bit deeper. Exhale, come back up. Inhale, right arm up, go to the left, and then sink a little bit deeper into the stretch. Left hand pulls all the way down the leg. Return on the exhale, continue. Try to stretch the upside of the body without bringing folds to the waist and the underside. So as you lift up, push the ribs out through the left side of the body, near the armpit. Coming back up. Practice always in a mindful, conscious way. Imagine that all beings are experiencing what you're experiencing through your body. So try to deliver the best experience, the best benefits and effects. Remember that the highest self resides within. And so we want to make sure we're not hurting the highest self. All actions, thoughts, and words done in a way that doesn't bring pain and suffering, anxiety or distress to any being. Every pose, every movement, a divine expression of love and devotion. Stretch, lose yourself in the sensations. One more on each side. Reach. release now. Cat-cow, the knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, arch the back. Exhale, round the back. Inhale. Powerful breathing here. Exhale. Really fire up the core muscles. Inhale. Stretch the belly skin. Exhale, stretch the back skin. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, push the belly towards the ground, the belly button towards the ground. Exhale. Throw it up between through the lower back. Inhale, stay with the heart. Bring it forward and down. Exhale. Push it right up between the shoulder blades. Inhale. Exhale. Try not to jam up the back and neck for the lower back. Telescope the neck out of the shoulders. Exhale. Try to still have space in your throat so you don't close the airway on the exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to neutral back. Raise your right leg up on the inhale. And then swing it out to the right on the exhale. Again, move core into condition. Slow it down if you need to. Just try and loosen up the hip joint. And then the other leg. Left leg up on the inhale. And then swing up to left. Release. Now come onto the belly. I'm going to work the upper back muscles. So if this is not comfortable, sometimes it helps to put a blanket underneath the belly. It helps to just sink your weight into it helps to protect your front of the body a little bit. So anchor down through the thighs, the hips, and the tops of the feet. Join the hands behind the back. On the inhale, just lift the chest, engage the buttocks and the upper back. Inhale. And down. Exhale. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Two more. Up and down, up and down, and relax. Breathe in, breathe out. Just drop all fatigue out of the body. Now the arms come forward. Next one, we're going to rock back and forth. So those of you who can, you can throw your legs up. And when the legs come down, the movement of the belly and the chest pressing into the mat will throw the upper body up. So it looks like this. Okay, so using mostly the middle part of the body. If this is too much, you just lift your legs and arms like this. Okay, so let's begin. Release. back down on the hands. Breathe in. Breathe out. All fatigue. Right. Now we're going to come back into child's pose. Inhale, rolling up into high cat. Exhale, hips to the hands, chest forward, head back. Inhale, back into high cat. Exhale, all the way back down, seat behind the heels. Come up, inhale. Exhale, Cobra. Back into high cat. Exhale, seat behind the heels. Roll up, rounding the back. Arching the back, chest forward. Rounding again. And flattening and lengthening. That's fine. Come up. And forward. Uncoil gracefully. Back up. Try not to lose your neck all the way back down. Inhale, come up. Push down to the ground, descend the shoulders, telescope the neck out of the shoulders. Back up, inhale. Keep the torso also elongated, lifting up out of the hips. Inhale, come up. And forward. Up. And back. Imagine you can see right through the skin. Try to keep the movement of the spine such that there's no big kinks in the lower or at either end. That is the lower back or the back of the neck. And back all the way. And then up. Forward. Up. And back. If you imagine the body moving gracefully, it will translate in your movements. Up. Forward. Make the practice pleasing to watch the observer, the supreme witness who's always watching, always within. Back. Up. Forward. Up. And back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Up. Forward. Pull the shoulders back. Widen the chest up. And back. And one more. Inhale. Exhale. Chest wide open. Throat open. Inhale. Exhale back. Rest in child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Remove all fatigue, all efforts. So the next one, we're going to glide forward into the Cobra. Pull with your hands and come forward between your arms. Lift the chest, bring the head all the way back. Curve the spine. And exhale, return. If this is a little bit difficult, you can come forward into baby plank on the inhale. Drop your hips down and lift the head. Hold the Cobra pose as you hold the breath. And back on the exhale. Just do whichever entry method is suitable for you. Inhale, glide forward. Make like a snake creeping through the grass. Hold the breath, hold the pose. All the way back on the exhale. Inhale again. Slide forward smoothly. Hold the breath, hold the pose. And back. Now on the breath retention, everything stops. All the mind fluctuations, the body movements, and the emotions as though they were frozen. And back, exhale. And try to keep the temperaments calm during the breath retention. Try to keep it so even when the body's moving and no matter what experiences you're passing through in day-to-day life. And back. Try to remain the witness, just the observer, not the doer. Your true nature is that of the observer. And back. So always try to observe yourself. See yourself doing acts of loving kindness. Projecting everything you do. Hold the breath, hold the pose. And back, exhale. This time as you come forward into Cobra, you can watch, you can bend your knees, bring the feet up towards the head. Try to touch the toes to the back of the head. And back. So I find it easier to come onto the fingertips sometimes. You get more height. Slide your hips right between your hands. Come with your fingertips. Push into the fingertips. Imagine you're squeezing the socks behind your knees. And back. Exhale. Inhale. Come forward again. With power, with grace. Really press down at the fingertips. You have lots of power in those pressure points. And back. Inhale. Rise up. Show up in every pose. With complete devotion. And back. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, come forward. Rise up, bring your chest up, the head back. Try to get your head over the seat. And back. And rest in child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out slowly, let go of all fatigue, all struggles. We're going to come forward onto the belly and slip onto the back. Good. Now, here we're going to do tucks. Sick. All right. Now, raise your arms over the head. Inhale. Exhale, come into a tuck. Squeeze the knees towards the shoulders, the chin between the knees. Inhale, reach out again. Stretch out long. Exhale, pull in tightly. Inhale, lengthen. Hollow out the navel. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, elongate. Exhale, make the body look like a fist. Inhale. Lengthen all the muscles. Exhale. Squeezing them tight till they all come towards the center. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And one more. Inhale. Exhale. Next one on the inhale, lengthen. Hold the breath now. Come back into a tuck. Use the arms, the elbows to squeeze the legs together. Try to get your forehead to the hands above the knees. Exhale, release. Inhale, stretch out. Hold the breath and tuck. Even if your forehead doesn't touch the thumbs in front of you, over the knees, keep all you touching the space in your eyebrows. Release, exhale. Inhale, elongate. Hold the breath and tuck. Feel the upper back up. The chin comes between the knees. And release, exhale. The heels to the seat. Inhale, reach up. Hold the breath. And pull in. Press the lower back into the ground. Release, exhale. Inhale, stretch the body up taut. Hold the breath and tuck very tightly. And release. Inhale. Even though the body might sense some discomfort when you're squeezing tight, when you're exerting effort, remain supreme. Stand supreme. Do it because it must be done as a divine duty to all beings. Inhale, reach out. Hold the breath, remain calm, but of course know where to draw the line, the distinction between discomfort, where you're working hard, but don't go again to the place of pain, anxiety, distress, and release. Good. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, just drop all the fatigue out of the body. Relax. Now we're just going to roll away up to seated. If you want, press into arms, throw the legs back behind your head, and then roll up. Punch your feet down and come to standing. And then so come to the front of the mat. Getting ready for Surya Namaskara. Good. All right, now coming back here. Hands in front of the chest. Close the eyes. Renounce all the fruits of the practice. May all beings everywhere enjoy this practice through our senses and be nourished through our bodies. Raise your arms up over the head, Surya Namaskara. Pull the body down into a forward fold. Bend your knees if you need to. Bring your hands flat on the ground. Right foot back into lunge. Sink down to the seat. Come into high plank. Lower down knees, chest, and forehead to the ground. Glide between your hands smoothly. Come into the Cobra. Roll the shoulders back, head back. Over the toes, back into downward facing dog. Mount the heart between your shoulder blades. Right foot steps forward to the hands. Sink down to the seat. Feet come together. Pull the body against the legs, head down. All the movements done with reverence, with deliberateness. And back home, hands to the heart. Inhale, pull the arms up over the head. Stretch the whole front of the body, create space. Approach your true nature, which is truly boundless in its potential, limitless. Left foot back, sink down to the seat. Bring it back into high plank. Lower down knees, chest, and forehead. Glide forward between the arms. Keep watching the body moving like you're the supreme witness watching it all. See out everything out with eyes of love. Bring the seat all the way up and back. Left foot forward. No matter what you observe, remain always without judgment. Always with unconditional love. Pull the body down onto your legs. Come right up to standing, reach up and back. Hands back to the heart. And up again. Pull the arms way up over the head. Stretch. Create space. Again. Pull the body down. Uttanasana. Right foot back. Glide back. Move in a way that's soft and fluid. Don't worry about the breath. Just move the body in a way that's natural and comfortable. That keeps the breath uniform and steady. Cobra. And then downward facing dog. The breath will figure it out and deliver ease and steadiness of movement. Right foot forward. Land the foot lightly. No heavy footfalls. No jerky motions. Pull the body down. Again, practice in a way that's pleasing to watch. Reach the arms back. That doesn't agitate the witness in any way. Hands back to the heart. All the way up again. Reach up high. And then fold forward. Gesture of humility. Bowing down humbly. Left foot back. Lift up to the heart. Into the high plank. And down you go. Ashtanga Namaskara. Pull right through into the Cobra. Adho Mukha Sivanasana. Lift the seat up and back. And then left foot forward. Move the shoulders forward so the foot can land softly between your hands. Bring the feet back together. Bow to the legs. Fold the body right in half. Come right up to standing. Reach up and back. Hands back to the heart. Go to another variation here. Raise your arms up. Go down. Now from here, lift hand, chest, press into your hands. Hop or walk back into Chaturanga. Hovering just above the ground, or if it's too much, just stay on the ground flat. Come forward into Cobra if you can. Swing up into upward facing dog. Lift the hips and knees up off the ground. Now imagine you have a hinge at the tops of your thighs and bend the body at that hinge. Try not to create folds in the lower back, so you have to keep on extending the chest forward and pull the body out, the trunk out of the hips, neck out of the shoulders. Pretend you're a dog howling at the moon. Now roll over your toes, tuck the chin in, back into downward facing dog. Here, just soften the line in the back. Try to sink your heart towards the ground. Try not to bend the arms. Just soften the shoulders. If you have the ability, bring the top of the head down. Maybe if you're more flexible, the forehead, the nose, or even the chin come down as well. Now I'm going to take the shape of a dog that's loyal to its master. Copy the dog on all levels. Mentally, physically, emotionally. Now lift through lift the heels up, bend your knees, look between your hands. Bring your feet forward, hopping and walking. Pull the body down onto your legs. Come right up to standing, reach up and back. hands back to the heart. Raise your arms up again. Reach up and back. Stretch. Fold the body down. Uttanasana. Reflecting devotion and surrender in all the poses. Lift head and chest. Press into your hands. Again, come back softly. Bend your elbows as you go back so you don't land with a big jarring movement. And then into upward facing dog. This time let's oscillate between upward and downward. Round your back as you're making your way back. And then sink the heart. Head comes down towards the ground. Inhale, come forward again. Round your back, tuck the tail. Hips come between your hands. Good. Upward facing dog. Flex the spine. Exhale the other way. Round your back and then sink again. Over the toes again. One more time. Roll over your toes. Press into your hands. Chest forward, head high. Nose up like you're howling at the moon like a dog. Roll over your toes. Tuck the chin in. Downward facing dog. Stretching your back like a dog does. Press the heart down towards the ground. Now lift the heels, bend the knees up between your hands. Hop or walk forward softly, landing the feet. Pull the body down onto your legs. Come right up to standing, reach up and back. And bring the hands back to the heart. Take pause here for a moment. From the heart, inhale up to the space in your eyebrows. Exhale back down to the heart. Good. Stay in that intention of offering up the practice and release all benefits being shared with all beings. Everything that I have is yours and vice versa. Keep thinking that in your mind. So standing on your left foot, we'll do some poses now for balance. Let's bring the right knee up. Take hold of the heel from the inside if you can, and then bring the leg and the arm up at the same time, ballet pose. Depending on your flexibility, if you want to try to get your fingers and toes at the same height, they might be at the height of the shoulders, looking like the letter T. More flexible, pull the leg up higher towards the shoulder. And lean a little bit to your left so you can keep maintaining the same height between your fingers and toes. Be magnificent like a dancer, exude all the qualities of a dancer, the grace, the poise, the magnificence. Good. Now here, if you like, let go of the foot. Try not to let the foot drop. Engage leg muscles. Slowly bring it down. We push into your left foot. Engage the muscles of both legs. Come down. Always moving away again. That is smooth, graceful. So you don't take your mind set. You don't change the mindset. It doesn't get distracted or jarred. Now on the other foot, plant your right foot down. Take hold of the heel from the inside if you can. And raise the leg up. So modify as you need to. If you can't keep your legs straight, if you start to fall, you can take your hand and hold the knee. Okay, so just do your best. It's the effort that counts. Explore your potential. Each time you do it, you become more comfortable in the pose. Sometimes, even though you're done this thousands of times, you lose a balance or whatnot, remain undisturbed, remain unjudging. Now see if you can let go of the foot without dropping the foot appreciably. And then slowly bring it down. Good. Now, coming into Hummingbird, bend your knees, bring your arms back behind you, slide your right foot back. And if you feel comfortable, lift your right knee up. The heel comes towards the seat. So if you're having trouble with your balance, just take your fingertips, index fingers to the ground. Just sink your weight, your belly onto your thigh. You don't have to bring the foot up. From here, extend the leg, if you like, toppling tree. Interlace the fingers, pull them over the head. If you want to go further, this toppling tree. You have to bring more weight on the front of the foot, towards the ball of the foot and the toes. Curve your spine, bring your chest forward, raise your right leg up as high as you can so it comes higher than the head. Hands come over your shoulders. If it's too much to join your hands, just allow them to fly out to the side. Press into your left foot and come back up. Good. Try again on the other foot. Bend your knees, allow your belly come onto your thighs, and slide your left foot back. Again, you can just take your index fingers to the ground to start. As you raise the left leg up, the toes come towards the seat. Point the toes, and then keep gazing at the ground in front. Bring the arms up. Think of a hummingbird. They're very small, delicate little birds. Try to make yourself as small as possible, compact. Then if you want to, you can proceed to the next pose. Extend the left leg. If you want, you can either interlace your fingers and open up the palms. Try to pull the hands over your shoulders. Push your chest forward a little bit. Raise the left leg up. Fall towards your toes a little bit. Press down to the base of the toes and the toe pads. And then press into your right foot to come back up. Good. Now, stand in the middle of the mat. Bring the elbows up, the fingers are high to the elbows. Jump your feet apart. Go to your left. So if you're facing the wrong way, just turn around 180 degrees. If you have the ability to do so, sink down to the hips. Try to get your seat lower than the knee a little bit. The knee comes over the toes. This is if your knees are in good condition and you don't have any issues with them. Otherwise, just come up higher. Strong stance here, steady gaze. True to your duty, like a warrior always is. Then bring the right arm up to meet the left, Virabhadrasana 1. If your body is still turned quite a bit, you can lift your back heel, spin on the ball of the foot. Try to have your hips and shoulders square. Look up, bring your head back. So to say, I'm yours into your service. Now lower the knee down, flatten out the toes, sink your seat forward. Kapyasana from here. Wiggle your shoulders back and forth. Try to pull the arms behind the head. Stretch the line from the toes to the fingertips. Imagine your index fingers going to go over the toes. Keep extending by the hips. If it's too much, you can just keep your hands on the knee. Press into your knee and push into your knees so your arms straighten. If you feel comfortable, bring your head back. Lift your chest. Keep pulling your body by the hips. So whichever one is suitable for you, go to that place where you can find steadiness, but still exerting, exploring your true potential. Break the pose. Come back onto your hands on your knee, and then move into the inside of the foot. Move your left foot out a little bit more to your left, and drop down to the right. Try to get the front of the right hip to come right down, and when you come onto form, if that's okay, and then roll to your left. So you want to make sure your knee's not falling out to the side. But start to fall out to the side like this. Just move your foot out. Try to get the knee over the heel, same line, vertical line. And then keep on imagining you have a big weight sitting on top of your seat, or the hips are attracted to the ground. The more heaviness you have in your hips, the more the pelvis will come down. Just using those visualizations to help you go deeper. Eventually, maybe the belly comes down, the chest. If that starts to happen, bring your arms to the outside. Eventually, just allow your chest to come right down, perhaps. Fix the gaze like a lizard. If you can't make it down on your elbows, just stay on your hands, but keep telescoping your chest forward. Lengthen your spine. Feel as though the line between your toes and the top of the head is growing longer and longer. Now from here, come onto the hands and bring your seats back. Bring your left foot in a little bit. Ardha Hanumanasana. The seat is over the back knee, and And see if you can sink your chest down onto your front leg. Try to visualize the chest going beyond the knee, the shoulders beside the knee. Eventually moves in front of the knee. A gesture, surrender, humility as you bring your head down. And down, inhale, lift the hand chest. Walk your foot over towards your right and drop your thigh down onto the ground. Depending on flexibility, you might be able to have your foot on the same line as the knee. If it's too much for your hip, you move your foot in towards the hip crease, the right hip in front. And just rock to the right a few times. Just try to imagine some of the weight from the left side pouring into the right so that you can anchor down the right side. Take hold of the foot, right hand, and slide the left hand forward. As you need, the chest comes closer, maybe right on top of your leg. Your legs near the throat. And keep extending the arms out. Make your body long. Again, a gesture of humility with your head down. Stay in that mindset of serving, of offering. And then from here, coming back up. Place the heel in a little bit closer to the hip crease, hands on the seat. We can take hold of the opposite elbows and just push into lower back and press down into the sacrum. Lift the head, bring it all the way back. Good. Those of you who are more flexible can maybe bring your right foot up. See if you can touch the foot to the head. Extend the head up, the body up. You can use your hands on either side of the body to steady yourself if you start to tip. And then release. From here, press into your hands, shift your hip back so you can move your left foot up, left knee up. So, Sukha Parivita Parsvanasana, turning this way so you can see, legs like a box. Right arm up, you can either take your hand to outside the knee, other hand to the seat, push into the seat, pull down. Inhale, lift through the chest, turn to your left, and you can keep your hand on the sacrum or lean back. See if you can bring your hand to the heel, raise your right arm up. Inhale, reach up, exhale, turn to your left a little bit more. Keep your chest wide. Left shoulder pushes back, right shoulder pushes back as well. Feel a nice elongation through the right side of the body. And from here, come back, take the right hand down, bend the toes under on the back foot, and then you can either stay in this version of Vasisthasana with your left foot in front, or you can see if you can push into your right hand and send the left foot back and cross in front of the other one. Push your hips forward. If you have more ability, you can really push into the foot, turn the foot at 45 degrees, lift your hips, and see if you can, if your arms fully extended, don't fall onto your shoulder. You can see if you can bring the left foot up lightly. No weight on the left foot, so eventually take the knee, maybe even the foot. According again to your condition and your abilities. And release. Good. So turn back to downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Now from here, step the right foot forward. Spin on your feet. Coming towards the middle mat and come back up. So we're going to go to the right this time. So if when you go to the right, you're facing the wrong way away from the camera again, turn yourself around. Starting at Virabhadrasana to sink down to the seat. Exude the confidence and the power and the determination of the warrior. Go forward a little bit if you can, with a sense of purpose. The physical movements reflect the intention. Circle the left arm up, turn to the front, Virabhadrasana 1. Expression of devotion, the head back, looking up, serving all those who you protect unhesitatingly. If you need to, again, spin the left heel up, the knee down, flatten out the toes. From here, if you can, right into Kapyasana. Telescope the body out of the hips. First, pull the body by the hips. Exhale, arch back, the back, if you can. Again, according to what feels okay for you. Don't go. Be respectful of your limits, if you can. If that's not doable, place your hands on your knee. And keep pushing your body by the hips. Raise your chest up. You can maybe let your head fall back. Just visualize yourself in the pose. Enjoy it through all those bodies. Enjoy reading your light, your inward light. Just like a crescent moon reflects the light of the sun. And then engage your core, come back up. From here, move your hands to the inside of the foot. Move your right foot a little bit more to the right. And just fall to your left. Anchor down through the left forearm and left hip. Roll to the right. And then again, if you can't get your forearms down, just stay on your hands. Keep pulling your body forward. Making sure that the knee doesn't come, that it stays in alignment over the heel. Creep forward. Keep your gaze steady and unblinking if you can. Imitate the lizard on all levels. So imagine a lizard sunning itself on a warm earth, just trying to find a place where the form is at ease. And then you too will come into that place of ease. Soon you are able to be still, concentrate on the form and all its divine qualities. See God in all the forms. Now come back onto the hands, and then bring your hips back, and then move the foot a little bit towards the center. Actually, Adha Hanumanasana. So see if you can sink your belly onto your thigh, the right shoulder right beside the outside of the right knee. And use your attention to pull the prana to wherever you want to go to provide more release. Your attention is like a magnet. You can use descend, healing, or release to all those areas that are feeling that they need it. And come back up. Scooch the foot forward to the left and drop your thigh down. Your thigh line with your hip. You can move the foot in if you need to, or bring it level with the knee in the same line. Rock to the left a few times, as though to pour some of the weight, transfer some of the weight from the right side into your left. So the left hip anchors. And then see if you can slide your arms forward. Hold your foot with your left hand and slide your right hand forward. Your left shoulder might land on the foot or in front of the foot. Keep telescoping your chest forward. Practice again in a mindful way. Surrender. Now we're going to come back. Upright. Pigeon. Pull the left foot in close to the left hip crease. You can have your hands on the seat. You can hold your opposite elbows. Push into the lower back and press into seat. Raise the chest up. Bring the head all the way back. If you know other variations, if you're more flexible, more experienced, you can do that. You can see if you bring your hands down. Even if you bring your left hand to your knee, you can guide the foot to the head. Pulling the hair with my toes, just good. Okay, so do whatever expression you want that reflects your true potential, your devotion, the best offering. And then release. So from here, press into your hands and bring your right knee up, move it out, in front a little bit, so that when you come upright, the legs form a box. Left arm up, take it to the outside of the knee, other hand to the seat, push in and pull down. Inhale, lift through the chest, turn to the right, open up your shoulders so your chest stays wide. If you want, you can take your right hand down, lean back a little bit so you can bring your hand to the heel, then push the lower back up and again. If you want, you can release your left arm, fly it up over your head. Continue to turn, feel stretch all the way from the knee right up to the left side of the body. Try not to wrinkle the right side of the body, the waist. And coming back, plant your left hand down a little bit from the shoulder so you can keep your arm fully extended. From here, come up off the knee, and then go to the right for Vasisthasana. You can keep the foot in front, or you can slide your foot back, cross your ankles, Vasisthasana. Remember, don't drop into your shoulder, don't lose your neck. If you need to, lower your left knee down. So you can do this kind of thing. If you want to take it a little bit further, slide your foot in. Make sure the base, big toe is grounded. Push your hips up. So if your foot is grounded and your left hand is pressing into the ground, you'll be able to take your weight up off the right foot easily. Eventually take your knee, maybe even a foot. The trick is to keep your hip high, the base of the big toe, the supporting foot grounded, and your left arm fully extended, your supporting arm. Break the pose, come back into downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out, soften. All right, so here, so you can bring your head down between your, behind your hands as far as you can. Stretch out the back body. If your head touches the ground, you can rest it there. You can also walk forward, so you can take hold of the edge of the mat and pull on the mat. Sometimes this helps with balance. And see if you can, again, just bend your body a little bit so that the line of the back softens. Maybe your head will come down. You can try to bring the right leg up. And if you keep holding, especially if your head on the ground makes it easier, you can see if you can release the left hand and take it to the inside of the heel. If you're very flexible, you can take a step on your fingers with your heel. If it's too much, you can maybe just walk your fingers back wherever you can and take it to the inside of the leg somewhere, or the outside, maybe even just alongside the body. So you can get your left arm up. Find a balance. And then release the left hand, bring it back to the mat, and bring the right foot down. And then see if you can get your left leg up. Same thing. Keep your head on the ground. This nice inversion here. And keep your weight on your left hand, or keep tugging with your left hand on the front of the mat. So you can take your hand to the inside of the right heel, your right hand. Or if that's not reachable, somewhere along the leg, on the outside or inside, or alongside the torso. Concentrate on steadiness, watch the body in the form. Imagine that you're doing this through the body, the teacher. Just try to find your way there. Connect with them psychically, and they'll give you all their tricks. Good. And then return the hand, return the left foot. Lower the knees, come into child's pose. Breathe in, breathe out. Right, now from here, just coming up, move onto your seat and come down onto your back. Your heels close to the seat, edge the feet in line with the hips, bridge pose. So when your arms are beside your body, your fingers might touch the heels. Lift your seats. If not, don't worry about it. Lift your seat And here, start to move your arms underneath. Tuck your shoulders underneath so the shoulder blades feel like they're coming together. And push up towards your, behind your heart. Try to get your chest up as high as you can so it looks like a wall eventually. You can bring your hands to the hips if you like, and tilt your hips forward. Now you can keep your hands on your seat, your thumbs underneath, your other fingers wrapped around the waist, or you can bring your hands down, interlace your fingers underneath your seat. Keep pushing your chest towards your chin. You want to tuck your shoulders, the edges of your shoulders. Curl the tail under so there's not, again, a big fold in the lower back. Tilt your hips forward. Your heels, your heels and your backs, your knees in the same line. So if your body's sinking down, your knees might come over your toes a little bit more. So just try to push your hips up so that your knees come a little bit behind your toes. And if you like here, raise the left knee up and straighten the legs straight up. Again, support your hips with your hands. If you want, you can see you can bring your leg out to the side. Push your right knee out to the side to counterbalance. Back up. Bring the knee back into the chest and put the foot down. Try it on the other side now. Do it with your hands on your hips. Try to move your elbows underneath as much as you can. Close them in towards one another. Bring the right knee up, extend the right leg up. And if you like, take your leg out to the side feeling strong. Allow your seat to sit on your wrists, the heel of the palm. And bring the leg back up, bend the knee, and bring the foot back down. So from here, if you still have any energy left, place your fingertips beside your head, push into your fingertips, slide your head back behind your hands. Flip your hands around, fingers pointing a little bit outwards. And you can stay if you have on the ground, or if you feel comfortable, lift right up into Urdhva Dhanurasana. You can lift your heels and stretch here. Otherwise, you stay in your bridge pose. You can rock back and forth a few times. Try to get your chest in front of your arms. Stretch. Bring your heels back down, lower the head. Back down and come back down. Breathe in. Breathe out all fatigue. Just let it drop out of the body. And now from here, raise your arms up over the head and then sit up. Or you can come up any which way you like. So from here, we're just going to bend your knees a little bit. Raise your arms up, hinge forward, bring your belly onto your thigh. Take hold of the edges of the feet and keep shimmying your chest forward so that the chest comes to the knees. If you're more flexible, you can get your legs flat on the ground, you can go ahead into it, don't waste your time. Again, move according to conditions, especially if you have tight hamstrings, move slowly. Keep your knees bent if you need to. Keep your body with your legs. All the attention to the base of the spine. Keep pushing out through the heels. Visualize the top of the head coming to reach, touch the front of the feet. Keep your attention to the base of the spine. Maybe your attention will attract all the blood to that area. Feel the pulsation of the blood flushing in that area, just flushing that area. When you're still in the pose, the mind becomes silent. And coming back up, either Purvattanasana or bench pose, putting your hands behind your back, Fingers facing away. If you're doing Purvattanasana, slide your heels in a little bit. So when you come up, throw your hips up, roll thighs in, and see if you can press your toes down. If your toes are up, your hips sag. It's harder to hold. So roll the thighs inwards, push into your toes. Lift your chest up higher than the shoulders. Allow the head to go back. If it's too much, just slide your feet in so that the heels are underneath the knees. Bench pose. Again, don't sag through the hips. Push your hips right up. Lift the pelvis, allow the head to drop back, and breathe very fast in the nose. Lower the seat down. Good. Now, take a moment here, take a deep breath in. Exhale, soften. Allow the breath to leak out slowly, not like a big explosion out of the body. Keep your knees bent, but slide your feet a little bit forward. Right hand behind the back, left arm up. And press the forearm against the outer right thigh. Inhale, push the lower back up and in. Turn to your right. Keep your chest wide, push your knees against the elbow, elbow against the knee. Revolve around the arm that's supporting you from behind. And keep lifting up at the same time. If you're quite flexible, you can try to take a bind here. You tip your knees to the right. Elbow comes to the outside of the knee. Slip your hand underneath so the hand comes under beside your left hip. Reach right arm around. And you hold the hand. You can use a strap here if you like. Push your chest forward, or in between the legs a little bit easier, so your hand comes on top of your left thigh. You bind one arm and then you close your knees again. Release, go to the other side. Right arm up, go to your left. Any variation suits you. Keep your back straight. Push the lower back up and in. And take a binder of both or one leg. Taking both legs, your hands locked together beside your right hip. Push your shoulders back, chest wide. Release, make your way onto your back gently. Lower yourself down. Be mindful in all your movements, still being the witness. Watch as from the very beginning to the end of the practice. And even offer up this Shavasana. Even those moments of rest are important to spread the benefits of those, because they are very important. The practice being an ideal balance of strength, effort, and drive, surrender, and softness. So now just allow the body to just sink into the ground as though we're very, very heavy. All the muscles just relaxed. Take a deep breath in. Gather up all the tension in the body. Exhale, just release it all at once. Allow all the muscles just soften so they just dissolved. And all the muscles in the skin just hanging off the bones. And the body just sinking, sagging from its own weight, sinking into the ground. Through that physical release of all the tension, you make the body more conducive to receiving now. So you make space, you make room for all the benefits now to come in. Imagine now the best of the best flooding in through the skin, through the pores of the skin, like great beams of light, however you want to picture it. Inhale, inundate you with that best of the best, everything you need to feel fulfilled, to feel content, to feel grounded, connected, Just allow it to go right to the spiritual heart, located right in the middle of the chest, and right side of the physical heart. It's where the highest self resides, the divine essence within. And as that divine essence is present in all beings, it follows that all those benefits will be shared with all beings as well. Keep on being the giver of all these benefits, sharing all those benefits with all beings everywhere. In everything that you do, not only just on the mat, beyond the mat in your daily life. And extend it to all beings, not just family and friends. Eventually, through the practice, your compassion augments. You start to feel the unconditional love for all beings. Think, therefore, as a practice as just an expression of that divine love towards all beings, demonstration of reverence and devotion towards them. Through imitation of them, you're revering them, you're honoring them, you're honoring the highest self within them. Prepare to sit now. Start to come back to the body. Your awareness comes back to the body, waking it up so that you can come back to seated position, always moving in a way that is mindful, that is quiet, soft. Once you're seated, sit tall and supreme in acknowledgement of your mission to continue to spread love to all beings everywhere. The highest form of Karma Yoga, selfless services, is a distribution of that spiritual knowledge that helps people to comport themselves in a way, give them the tools that they need to change their behaviors so that they're always coming from a place of loving kindness. And this will help eventually, will bring you into a mindset that helps to keep you in a place that is free of suffering and pain and attachments. So let's keep that intention firm in our minds and hearts. Let's close with Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Be receptive to the grace of God. All is within. Thank you so much for joining. Have a wonderful day.